What makes you think you're the fastest B50 in the world right now?
Mate, everyone wants to expose times, right? People want to go Santa Pod, right? Trap speeds don't lie. That RS3 trapped higher than Tom Ridley, didn't he?
Yep.
Yeah. Realistically, that RS3 and Tom's car, who's going to win in a street race?
Based on paper,
Yeah.
it should be the RS3.
It should be the RS3 because he traps higher, right?
Yeah.
So he actually goes faster past that line. The rest of the case. Tom, RS3, Messut. Messut blows RS3, RS3 beats Tom. Oh, what does that mean?
Yo guys, welcome to TRT, the only place with racing talks. Today we're here in Endless. I'm your host Mo, this is Smalls. Introducing the man himself, Messut. For those of you that don't know who he is, do you want to introduce yourself, bro?
Yeah, I'm the guy with the fastest BMW in the country.
Already.
Straight up.
Oof. So, where did your interest for cars start?
When I was in my dad's ball bag, that's when...
That's what literally where it started. Genuinely, like.
Oh, genuinely. Where did it start? Where did it start? Since I was young, really, 8, 9 years old. Had a passion for cars since then.
And what made you get into like the performance side of things?
Performance side of things, to be honest with you, my whole family's in the trade. Dad's a mechanic, uncles, all of that. So yeah, it was just kind of a route that I was gonna just go down. Performance just came when I had to take the piss out of something. So pushing something to its limit is kind of what I do.
And what was the first car that started with?
My first car that I started with, actually pushing, was a diesel. It was a 335D. It made 420 horsepower when I was 18 with methanol injection.
Came a long way.
Yep.
So how did you get into the 140?
The 140, how did I get into the 140? Well, I've had this for around 5 years now. And it was one of them engines where really, there wasn't actually, I don't know, good question. It was just one of the things that just kind of happened really with the 140. It wasn't a big platform at all back then. And then yeah, when I got it, we just realised the capability of it, and it just kind of just developed and went through it really.
Okay. So where did your journey for that all start?
Well, for the 140?
Yeah.
Well, when I first bought it, 2 weeks later, I went stage 2. I went stage 2, and straight away I went to a hybrid. I see Wrench had their car, their black 140, and Ray was doing a lot of B58 black performance. So I kind of went down that route with him.
And since then you've just been building on it?
Yeah, and obviously from there it's just been a trial and error game. I mean, this platform's only kind of gone wild for the last 2 years really, ever since the Super come out. But before the Super, there wasn't much we could do. I mean, before the Super, there wasn't even like half the mods we have now. It's only because of the Super things got developed. I mean, this manifold wasn't even out until the Super come out. That manifold is actually for a Super.
Which manifold is that?
The AMS.
AMS. And what does that help with?
Well, obviously the core is like double the size of stock, and obviously just takes more volume of coolant and air.
And roughly how long ago did like parts start getting developed, and when did you really start exploring the limits and think, okay, this is going somewhere?
Well, the first one I actually done on this car was a JB4. So we was using piggybacks to control fuel trims and wastegate purely. So it was just basically playing around with a JB4 at the beginning, and then everyone realised about the TU pump. Then we discovered the TU Dorch wasn't even out yet, and then for fueling we used to rely on just port methanol injection. I remember I used to have like 2 CM10s in one charge pipe just to rely on fuel, but it was a hit and miss because it'd flood, it'd be fine, it wouldn't, and then just it wasn't really an accurate, reliable thing. But now you don't really have them issues now because you have port fuel, port meth, and obviously now we've got the Dorch stage 2, which is way more reliable than anything else.
And was this on a hybrid turbo?
But when I had this at the beginning,
Yeah.
yeah, of course. This was This was on a WS800. It was a custom turbo, obviously supplied by Wrench. We called it a WS800. When this was WS800, that's when pure 800 came out. When we was doing things on this turbo, mate, people were nowhere near what we was doing on these. And like pures, even till now, that turbo, a pure 800 can't even come near it. This car went 4.8 on a hybrid.
And how long ago was this?
That was like 3 years ago. Nearly 4 years ago. It went 4.8.
Was that the fastest in the world at the time?
This was the fastest in the world. It's always been the fastest in the world in this league. It's never been overtaken. Facts.
Ooh, we already got to come with the fighting talks.
100%, bro. Like everyone that's now chasing now was a fanboy. And everyone still is a fanboy that talks a lot of shit as well.
Speaking of all this people and fanboys and everything like that, there's two main people we're here to talk about.
Okay.
So, what's going to make the race with you and Tom Ridley happen?
The race with me and Tom Wrigley happened?
Yes.
Well, I don't know. You boys tell me. That motherfucker went out all the way out to the USA to have a fucking street race and he can't have a street race with me in his fucking back garden. So you don't tell me.
He said he's willing to race on the road if you go to him.
That's absolutely fine. But when people are asking him when, there's no response.
But you're ready.
I'm ready. I am absolutely ready to race Tom Wrigley on the street.
What makes you think you're the fastest B50 in the world right now?
Mate, everyone wants to expose times, right? People want to go Satterpod, right? Trap speeds don't lie.
So you've put a lot of money in your cars, a lot of time, and it's got to be worthwhile for you to go up all the way. How many hours?
Mm-hmm.
What would you say would be worthwhile for you?
The footage will be enough.
So money's just a bonus.
Money, obviously, me and Tom will have a money race. No problem. That's absolutely fine. But the look on his face in my rear view mirror will be enough.
Are you confident to put like any amount of money you're saying?
Whatever he wants, I'll match it. Whatever Tom Wrigley wants, I will match it.
Why don't you release any draggies or dyno printouts?
Why don't I release any dragons and dyno printouts? Mate, I have the problem now with people trying to race me now. People don't want to race me now. So if I go show you a time that's faster than yours, are you going to race me on the street? Or in Mexico, sorry? No. If I go to Santa Pod and expose my times, are you going to come out? No. I drive this car on the weekends, even to work and back. So for me to go expose what it does takes the fun out of it. Tom Wrigley has a handful of customers that are building because of this car. A lot of people in this country are building because of this car. So if I go show them how fast I am, how am I going to violate them when I've burnt out on the street? Why should I expose my times? Race me on the street. If I was to sit here and say that I'm not going to race you on the street, I'm not going to expose my times, I'm not going to do nothing, then it's fair enough. That's not bullshit. But I'm saying I will race you. I will run anyone in this country in Mexico. No problem. And all this bullshit about track this and track that, mate. You can't run fucking Hoosiers on the road, can you? You're not going to pull up to a man with Hoosiers, are you? Or stripped out door cards and perspex windows. What the fuck? Of course your car ain't road legal. You dumbass has made it fucking illegal. Do you know what I'm trying to say?
Speaking of no one would want to race this car, we went live recently. We were on live for over like an hour and a half.
Yeah, and it was a joke. You guys were a witness.
You called out the whole country. Yeah.
Not one person in the UK wanted to run. Why? Everyone else goes out and runs on the weekends in their own little groups and all this and that. Why don't they want to race me? Because I know the GoPro is going to be facing backwards and get thrown out. It's simple as that. People that talk shit, come out, let's see what you got. Simple as that.
Did you ever anticipate how big this would get?
How big it was going to get? This ain't big. We're small fish. We're small fish, bro. People ain't doing nothing. People are sitting behind an iPhone and typing away. But I don't see no action. What? Because you've gone to a prep track with fucking slick tyres. All of a sudden people are celebrities. Fuck all that. If your car's fast, come show me.
So you believe right now you have no competition?
I have no competition, bro. I'm in my own league in the BMW game.
That's pretty fair enough. I see you're out.
You can sit there and ask me to call people out. I know who's what and what. They're not coming out anyway, regardless. I'm not saying I'm not coming out. I am outside. Every weekend I am outside. Call me during the week, I am outside. What more do you guys want from me?
Where would you say your rivalry with these people started?
There's no rivalry, bro. There's people trying to compete with me. I'm not rivaling anybody. I'm here They're here. Simple as that.
What makes you believe the difference?
The difference.
Yeah.
They all want to expose their times and their quarter miles and all this, so I can only see that. So if I can see how fast you go on the quarter, what makes you think I can't compare that on the road?
And why do you think these people, like, some of them have gone faster on the road than the track? Do you believe that?
Some people have gone
Faster on the road than the track.
Road. Look, I'm not saying that's not possible. Anything's possible. Road conditions, temperature outside, and it comes down to your car on that day. What fuel are you running, whatever. I get that, but nothing's going to be more realistic than a road.
That's fair enough.
Why are you so against racing at pod?
Why am I so against racing at pod? One, honestly, I actually hate pod. I'll tell you why I hate pod. It's fucking boring. Pod is boring. You go to pod, you sit in the queue for 2 hours, 3 hours, however long you're gonna fucking sit. The car's sitting there heat soaking. You're sitting there, your balls are fucking sweating out. What's the fucking point? Where I can just jump in my car and go and do what I want now. Like everyone else does. And all this bullshit about people that don't do nothing on the road is a load of bollocks. People don't come out on the street because they're not gonna get gapped. Simple as that.
So you're saying everyone that's saying they don't come on the road, you've seen them on the road before?
Every single person that says they don't come out on the road, there's a reason why. You know why? They don't want to say they're going to come out on the road and get smoked. And it's going to burn their little social media clout and all this bullshit. But when there are people out doing donuts in front of 150, 200 people, you're not exposing yourself. Or you're putting NOS fucking bottles in your car and exposing it on fucking Facebook and Instagram, and then you're worried about your insurance getting cancelled. Or what dumbass does that?
Could we specify exactly who you're talking about?
I'm not exposing anybody. You know
Mate, it doesn't get clearer than that.
I'm not going to offend anybody, you know what I mean? Police this and police that. Mate, you put a fucking picture of your car with a nitrous bottle in the car and you're wondering why your insurance get cancelled. Well, what the fuck do you expect? Like, seriously.
Let's forget all the other people.
Yeah.
You, Messut, what made you reach the limits of rear-wheel drive and turn over?
So, I went when it was rear-wheel drive, it got to a stage where it wouldn't grip. 1. 2, mate, I've always done something different. If you go on all forums and look at wherever the fuck you want to look, everyone said it was impossible to go xDrive. I said, fuck that, no, I'm doing it. This was the first in the world to go right-hand drive, xDrive. Fuck me, I made a category. I made people change their bios to rear-wheel drive. They have to state now they are rear-wheel drive. So I actually made a category for the UK. For the UK market, I made a category because I was the first one. I inspired people to go four-wheel drive, aka Mr. Tom Wrigley. I inspired you. He had a 240 and he went and bought a 140 to make it xDrive. Because guess what? He knew it was possible to make an M140i xDrive. Do you know why? Because I did it first.
Fair enough. They can't doubt that. You did
Can't
it.
doubt
Yeah,
that. They
you did it
can't.
first.
Why did he do his 240? Maybe he wasn't confident on the chassis, but he knew a 140 could be done.
How comes it took you a while to start offering this out as a package?
To be honest with you, I kind of wanted to keep it quiet for a while, which I actually did. It's only when people started clocking on, people started talking, it kind of got out. But it's actually been extra for nearly 2 years. Like, people are late to the party, mate. We done that 2 years ago. And people that are still claiming like this whole rear-wheel drive and fuck off. Like, that's a lot of bollocks. Anyone can do it now. It's possible. So people don't categorize your car. Is it an M140? Yes or no?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know if it's an M140 if you've got plastic fucking windows, but yeah.
What do you think about all that cut up and...
Mate, I'm sorry, mate, but I'm not cutting up my door cards, taking out my window regulators, and taking out my boot lock. Like, fuck. Like, seriously, mate, look inside my car. I got pole positions. I actually like pole positions. I got pole positions for that. They're upstairs. I got pole positions for my R8. And the only thing that's got out of it is the back bench and back seat. And the reason that is because one is a 2-door, you can't get in the back now because my seat's don't fold. So what's the point of me actually having it? But other than that, it's all stock. I've still got glass windows if you want to go and just tap my windows.
We'll take your word for that one.
You can go and check that out if you want.
So do you feel like you've reached the limits of the 140 in general?
Fuck no. I'll just keep pushing and just keep making people spend their money. All the competition.
Quote unquote.
Yeah, I will keep going. I will keep going until this nose lifts. I don't care.
Have you seen anyone out there that's getting quite close to where you're at, or would you say you're still well ahead?
Mate, people are developing, people are pushing forward. I get that. That's cool. But don't claim something and then not want to play the same game. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, people are getting close, but I will keep going. I don't care. I do not give a shit. I will keep pushing this car. I will have this sitting there looking pretty, and I will keep pushing this car. When I'm 40, I'll be pushing this car. I'm joking. I'm joking. That's a joke.
There are some people who are 40 and 140s.
That's a no comment. That's a no comment.
Would you say there's anyone who influences you or guides you in the performance world?
Obviously, look, we all have like inspiration, and we all have people behind us. Like, luckily, I've got quite a big team, a lot of friends that are all pretty like involved in the projects. But mainly, to be honest with you, I hand build all this myself. I inspire myself by breaking things, fixing things, and racing it. So I mean, I try a lot of things. For example, going back to it, the xDrive, I figured the xDrive by myself. No one helped me on the xDrive. Other than I had a few things through the coding stuff, which was Lewis at LBS. But mechanically, I've done everything on this car, nut and bolt, on my own.
And tuning?
Tuning's always been wrench, so Ray's always tuned my car. He's not like a, how can I say it, like, I'm not really a customer of his now. I was years ago, but yeah, when it comes to tuning, Ray's always done, that's one thing I have to just give to Ray, is he's always done it, even before Endless, before I've done all my shit, the garage. Ray's always tuned my car. He's always looked after the tunes, and what I like about Ray is he always does like what I want, so he actually listens. Like, he knows I street race, so he knows I need to set this car for a street race. So we kind of work back and forth in like what I kind of need and what kind of want. So if it's not doing what I want in third or in fourth or in fifth, then I can relay that information back to me and we kind of do this thing together, you know?
Have you brought this car out on full boost? Like, have people seen the true full potential, or has it always been a bit turned down?
Has it always been out? The thing is, this car will get faster every month. Every month, let's just say like in a month, let's just say 4 weekends, yeah? I ain't gonna come out to test the same shit. Like, it's never done. I've always said this game is a mechanic's game. Like, I'll do all my work during the day, and then when everyone leaves, all my workers leave, I'll do what I want. I'll always come up with some sort of idea just to keep going. Around the world, people are late to the party, but I've always been like quiet about it because I enjoy street racing. I enjoy going out and blowing that motherfucker's doors off. I actually enjoy this. That gives me a buzz when you've got 15 boys behind you and you're leading the pack and I'm in front and he's on the third beat, windows down at 28 degrees, mate, and I'm gone. And I enjoy that. So it's always gonna get far, like go far. I remember when going 5.5 was a big thing. Like, this car went 5.5, one of the first, this car went 5.5 first in a 140. And mate, it was massive. If you actually go on my Instagram and scroll all the way down when it done a 5.5, mate, the world went crazy. I had people messaging me all over the world.
Don't you feel like does it clash that you got a business where you also street race as well, that like you can't offer the same services to people? Yeah,
so obviously I have a lot of customers that take their vehicles out on track and do what they want legally. Obviously we do offer packages that's obviously not street legal. Obviously that's down to the owner of the car to decide what he wants to do.
So if I came and I said I want a copy of this with a certain amount of money.
Well, for starters, I'm going to say go to NatWest and remortgage.
Yeah, let's say I can afford it.
Yeah.
And I want a copy of that.
A copy of this.
Is that possible?
Anything's possible.
Would you do it though?
Of course. Yeah, of course. Why wouldn't I?
I don't think he was joking about the remortgage part though.
Yeah. We've seen how much is in that car, so.
Yeah, there's a lot of money in the car. There's no lie about that.
Speaking of coming out on full boost and everything, your race with the RS3. What was that for? What was that setting? What was
Well, the race with the RS3 was a friendly run.
Yeah.
He actually called me out. So the RS3 called me out. It was like a couple day notice thing. And yeah, he called me out. Was I on full track that night? I'm not gonna sit here and say no, I wasn't. Yes, I was. I was on full track. Have I gone faster since then? Fuck yeah. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? If anyone says to you, oh, I'm on pump, I'm on this, I'm on that, it's full of bullshit. You're not going to go to war with fucking empty bullets, are you? Let's be honest, man. In front of everyone. Do you know what I mean? So I'm going to make sure this is going to be on point. And that night it performed. It wasn't a car length, it was bus lengths. So actions speak louder than words. But people seem to forget about that. Speaking about that RS3 trapped higher than Tom Ridley, didn't he? Didn't he?
Yep.
Yeah. You saw what happened to the RS3, innit?
Yep.
Yeah.
So what does that mean for people that don't understand trap speed and everything?
Trap speed. Well, if you ask me the question about what's the difference between quarter mile and street racing, well, there's a lot of difference. In my eyes, drag racing it's a completely different category. It's all about suspension setup for starters. It is about power, but not as much as a setup. To me, it comes down to a lot of like driving skills. You could get in his car and launch that car better than he does. Does that make sense? So that means you're going to gain the time. You're going to get a better time than he will. But a true indication of power, for me, you just can't beat a roll race.
And if someone traps higher with a similar start,
Well, this is what people can't seem to understand. So if a car traps higher, let me ask you boys this question now. So if a car traps higher than a car that does a better time, which car's faster?
The one that traps higher.
Why though? Because all of a sudden now he's gone faster. But the guy that's trapped higher is not faster.
he's only gone faster because he's just got a better launch.
Okay then. So what's going to happen in a street race?
There is no launch.
So realistically, that RS3 and Tom's car, who's going to win in a street race?
Based on paper,
Yeah.
it should be the RS3.
It should be the RS3 because he traps higher, right?
Yeah.
So he actually goes faster past that line. I rest my case. So let's put this together now, yeah? Tom, RS3, Messut. Messut blows RS3, RS3 beats Tom. Oh, what does that mean?
But that's all on paper.
That's all on paper.
Yeah.
It's just hypothetical.
Numbers don't lie, bro. Your accountant might, but numbers don't lie.
Speaking of numbers don't lie, do you think the numbers out there are all realistic and real?
In what? For like
Not just draggy, just everything people are
mate,
doing.
everyone's 1,000 horsepower. Everyone's 1,000 horsepower. Rear wheel drive, 1,000 horsepower. Fuck off. You've never seen 4 numbers in your life. That's all on the bollocks. No, I think it's all bullshit.
What does it take for someone to claim they're the fastest in the world?
In the world. For starters, it's got to have a front plate on it. Yeah. And you got a roll race.
So you think to claim the fastest in the world is just based on a roll race?
It's power, right?
Yeah.
So how are you going to determine who has more power? Not a better suspension setup, power. Like in your boys' experience that you guys have gone around to garages now, right? So in your eyes, what determines faster? What is more power? How can you tell me that this guy has more power than me? Other than putting 2 cars on a dyno. But
I don't think horsepower means you're faster. So
okay.
weight comes into it,
Efficiency.
like
Yeah.
you can make a car that makes a lot of power, but it's not.
But
actually
would you
that
not say a true indication of power would be from a roll? With 2 cars lined up?
fast. See, me personally, I prefer roll racing because I feel like it actually shows which car's
Not we
faster.
prefer, I'm saying what
Yeah, I like that because it shows what
not
car's
think-
actually faster.
That's fine.
Whereas,
I could have 1,500 horsepower, go to Santa Pod and do a 4-wheel drive burnout and run it in 10 seconds.
Yeah.
Or you have a guy next to me with 600 horsepower, 800 horsepower, go does a 9.5, 9.4, 9.6, wherever he does.
Puts it all down perfectly.
Who's got more power? Who's faster? He's set up better.
yeah, set up better.
The car that's gone to the quarter mile, that's stripped with perspex windows, with no door regulators, and fully illegal slicks, that's not roadworthy, has gone faster because he's not really a street car anymore. This is a street car. Them boys gonna race with drag cars. That's fine, they'll still get smoked. with their no door cards and no regulators and perspex windows, just to clarify, with no exhausts. But yeah.
Can you touch on the M8 that wanted to race you, but then there were some issues? What was that about?
The one that ducked.
Oh.
The M8 that ducked. Also, the M8 that knew that when I was off the road, so I made it very clear that my manifold was off, right? And all of a sudden the M8 was ready. But a couple of weeks later, when my car was ready, the M8 was nowhere to be seen. Standard procedures, bro. That's what people normally do when my car's on the road. They duck. Quack.
So, Tom Wrigley aside, there is some other fast BMWs. I've been seeing them, trying to call you out.
Bro, so
Like,
another reason, right, for example, that why I don't expose times, because Tom's got a lot of customers that want to race me. And if I go show them what I can do, they're not going to race me. So do you know what I'd rather do? Bring them out, take their money, and send them home.
I think that goes to one person in particular.
There's not one person, because that one person's not in my league.
Ooh.
Who is this one person?
All these people, do you know what? I've had so many customers, right? Sorry, not customers. I've had so many friends. I've got friends that go to Tom, yeah? Like all over the country. These boys will come out Mexico every weekend, yeah? The minute they go to Tom Wrigley, they come out brainwashed. They like the sauce, yeah? Quarter mile, like, illegal, license, no. Fucking these motherfuckers are turning into zombies. Do you know what I mean? But you know why? Because I believe they're being told not to come near me. If they come near me, they're going to get smoked.
So no Tom Wrigley car can chat to that?
No Tom Wrigley car comes up to that.
None.
None.
What about Marky?
Who?
Marky.
Oh, sorry, the rear wheel drive guy. The rear wheel drive guy. He's my fanboy, man. But anyway, move on. This subject.
We spoke a lot about that.
He got done out, bro. He got slapped up pod, bro. MSB made that clear. He got slapped. Pop. Straight up pod. And now all of a sudden he's the fastest rear wheel drive in the country. Hey, listen, I'm switchable rear wheel drive, yeah. I'll race on the road with rear wheel drive, no problem. I'll do a rolling burnout for you now, no problem.
What about these G80s that are calling you out? Like Verk and other people?
There's one guy, bro, and he's just asked us on Instagram clout, it's fine. The little green goblin can come. When he's out and he's ready, call me up, I'll meet him somewhere, I'll blow him out quickly and he can fuck off on me. How about that?
Oof. Oof.
Alright, we spoke a lot about that car. You have a twin turbo R8 here.
That's my side chick, bro. That's the side bitch.
Nah, but for me, I don't understand why this is in the shadow.
Why? It's not in the shadow.
Kind of is.
What's wrong with that car? I'm out in that car all the time.
You see when
I went the other day to the shops to buy some ice cream in this.
yeah, but when you're in that, we see 300 posts. When you're in this, we see like one stat.
But what do you guys want to know about it?
What is it? Go on, tell us.
It's a twin turbo R8.
Basic.
Basic spec, Nawala blue limited edition colour, wrapped by Endless Customs, gang, come on. Yeah, the finest rappers in the country. What else you guys want to know?
What car's faster?
That? What's that?
What car is faster?
Now you're taking the piss. Now these guys are taking the piss.
Why?
How are you trying to make me debate about my own cars?
I'm asking you.
No. I'll tell you what, yeah? You can get anybody in the country to pick one of these cars to race with. Then you can find out.
I think that's why they're confused.
Everyone's confused, bro. They're like, bro, why is this guy so on his 140 when he's got an R8? Fuck the R8. Race me my Beamer.
Out of these two cars, which one do you think the public would prefer to race?
Well, like I said, this is the underdog. People that don't know the car, that's a lie. Everyone knows the car. Like you'd think the R8's faster, right? But you think that. You keep thinking that. Maybe it isn't. Maybe it is.
Are you trying to play mind games?
No, I'm not playing. No, my game.
But you're willing to race in both of them?
I'll race both these cars. No problem. No problem. All I'm gonna say is if I race that, I'll race 3 and the R8, the same thing's gonna happen again. Lems.
Is there anyone you want to call out on the R8 and anyone you call out on the 140?
No one's in my league, bro. I don't need to call anyone out. I've called the country out and no one's responded. Come to pod. Fuck you and pod.
So, speaking of the RS3, the agreement was that if he races you in Mexico,
Yeah.
you'd race at pod.
Yeah.
So what's happening with that?
I'll do that. That's fine. That's a fair deal.
Yeah.
I said to him, you race me. Well, actually, He actually called me out. Let's just clarify
Yeah.
that again. I never called that RS3 out. He barked up the wrong tree and got packed. You know what I mean? Yeah. Just saying. It's all up, by the way. It's all up. But I got the message. He called me out. Yeah. But anyway, I did say I did say I would go to his playground. That's fine. He come to mine, got slapped. I'll go to his.
So you might actually make an appearance at pod
I will make an appearance at pod eventually when I've done what I'm about to do in
everywhere else.
everywhere else. Yeah. I'm not saying I'm never going to go to Santa Pod. I might hire out the track and have my car and going up and down the strip. Yeah. Eventually. That shit.
So you will go pod after you've finished with what you need to finish.
When I've achieved what I wanted to achieve, I will go to pod. Yeah. But it needs to be on both terms. Not all my terms. No. You do what I want, I'll do what you want. That's fair. The country's screaming for me to go pod, but yet not one person wants to come out for a street race. Sorry. Mexico. Race.
How do you expect to find a middle ground?
The middle ground. Where's the middle ground? I don't know. Like, if you're in Wales and I'm in South London, meet me somewhere in the middle.
So, I mean, if Tom never wants to race on the street,
Tom don't want to race me on the street because Tom will get gapped in the street.
is there any other place that you, like a rolling event?
Yeah, we can do a rolling event, go on a runway, it's no problem. I'm down with that, I'm down for that.
And would you want to race from the dig?
Nah, fuck the dick, bro. Fuck.
I feel like most people are asking for this because now they've seen you go extra.
People are only asking for this because people are making a big scene out of it. People that are building for the quarter. Does that make sense? Like, all these people that are saying, come pod, let's do a dig, is because motherfuckers, you've been practicing and setting your car up for the dig. You're not gonna fucking go on the M4 and stop in the middle of the fucking road, are you? And do a launch, are you? No. Let's be honest. Where are you gonna dig in this country? Tell me where you're gonna dig in this country. In what M way? You're not. But guess what you can do? You can definitely roll at 60
In Mexico.
in Mexico.
No, we're not talking about this country, by the way. All in Mexico.
Mexico.
So we've touched on both. A bit about you. You own two companies, not one. It's not just Endless Works. What does Customs do?
So Endless Customs is the wrapping, tinting and PPF. That's all like the customization side of things. It's all like just basically styling mods and making the car look pretty, really. Like most boys in the country. On Instagram, looking pretty.
So it's a full one-stop shop. You can be fast, look good, everything.
Fast, look good, and yeah. My main thing is obviously BMW specialist by trade. Well,
Yeah.
compared to extra. So yeah, you kind of we all make some models, but my main thing is BMW.
Speaking of turbos, can you say what you got?
Fuck.
Brand.
Yeah.
Can't even say brand.
Yeah, it's a TWPER.
Damn.
Don't want to say what brand it is.
Yeah.
No, because obviously, like, I was watching your reel the other day. When I say watch, I mean listen to it. Your car sounded like it was revving a lot higher than everyone else's.
My car does rev a lot higher than everyone else's.
Why is that?
Because it's me, and I can do what the fuck I want.
Could we not get into spec?
No, because if I tell you my spec, Tom, Dick and Harry's going to do it next week and say, oh, we done this first. Fuck off, figure it out yourself.
After you've done everything you need to do on both places, then are you willing to say what the car is?
What do you mean?
So let's say you've gone out, you've completed Mexico,
Yeah.
you've finished your pod. Are you then going to say what the car was at the time?
Yeah, of course. Of course, mate. I'm not going to keep this car forever.
Yeah.
Are you not?
Sure.
Are you not?
I'm probably lying. I'm probably will, mate. But yeah, there will be a stage where like I'm going to have to just throw the towel in.
Yeah. I feel like we spoke about both cars. You said no one's in your league. We've released the live. We're going to release this and we'll see who finally wants to come out. And
Yeah.
there's not much more we could do.
But you know what's going to happen when you release this? Everyone in the comments, pod, trap, pod, fuck Mexico. People that say fuck Mexico is because they're too fucking shook to come outside. State facts.
That's it. Anything else you want to touch on, or you feel like you...
Anything else I want to touch on? You're all getting gapped.
That's it. This is
Who's
TRT.
all? Who's all? Me? I'm not involved. I'm just a
Of course
media.
you're not involved, innit?
I'm a media,
Yeah.
right?
We don't have cars.
Yeah, you won't on
We
cars.
don't have cars. We carry 2 cameras. That's
Yeah.
it.
One's got a P58 Gen 2, one's got a 55.
Listen.
Gen 55, sorry.
We don't. Nothing to do with them cars. We own 2 cameras, and that's it now.
Yeah.
That's it. We're just journalists. We're
Journalists.
here
Where's
documenting.
your notepads?
Don't worry. We don't need notepads.
Yeah, yeah.
We're freestyling. That's it. I've been Smalls. This is Mo. We got Messut there. See you lot in Mexico. Take care.
Take care.